This is Ryan. He works with a real estate agency. And today he's tense because he's representing his firm for a big deal. Getting this deal would mean a hefty bonus. And who knows, maybe even a promotion. If only he knew how to lead the prospect to the close. Hello, this is Nuwapreneur. If you ever faced high stakes sales situations and wondered how you could have done better, then this video is for you. In this series, we're going to discuss practical ways you can improve your sales closes. My humble appeal to you is keep an open mind and go through the clips first. And do consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel if you enjoy this content. And this is Harold. He's a successful first-generation entrepreneur who's made his fortune in the stock market. He had a call with Ryan a few days ago because he wants to buy a family home on the beach. This is the first time his boss Mark has trusted Ryan with such a big deal. Ryan was up the whole night preparing for all the possible scenarios and trying to second guess possible objections Harold might throw at him. He's collected all the facts and figures, printed them out and filed them in order, all to dazzle Harold. But there's a niggling doubt. Is this going to be enough? Unfortunately, his last call with Harold was a total washout. No matter what Ryan proposed, Harold had shot at him with ready counter-arguments. Today needs to be different if Ryan hopes to get his prospect to sign on the dotted line. He's due to meet Harold in just a couple of hours, and the last call is playing heavily on Ryan's mind, making him feel bogged down. Will he be able to close this deal? What skills can he pick up in this short time? Should he brush up on closing skills? Or objection handling? Or better lead qualification? What would Mark do in this situation? Hey, wait a minute. Mark never gets himself into a situation like this. Let me think. How does Mark begin his calls? He always seems to be in tune with his prospects. A crucial step before you can make suggestions is to build trust with your prospects. If your prospects don't trust you enough, they aren't likely to take your suggestions. Are there any ways to develop trust that Ryan can learn quickly before the meeting starts? There might just be some ways that Ryan could use. And if you stick around till the very end, I'm going to share a technique that will put trust building on steroids. Before you start any call, you need to be in rapport. So let's look at ways of developing rapport with your customers. Mirroring. Mirroring is an extremely effective technique for developing rapport. It's been proven to help in getting people into rapport easily and without friction. But what is mirroring? It's mimicking or Gaucher's reaction. It's a non-verbal technique where a person copies the body language, vocal qualities, or attitude of another person. Why is it important? Social psychology studies have demonstrated that imitation and mirroring are pervasive, automatic, and facilitate empathy. In other words, it helps create a bond between people who previously were complete strangers. Another study of interviewers and interviewees indicates there was significantly more postural mirroring during high versus low rapport between them. So how do you mirror when speaking with another person? You simply start by mimicking your prospect's posture. Align your body posture as closely as you can to the posture adopted by your prospect. Yeah, don't make it obvious. That's more like it. See, when the man raised his hands to his face and removed his glasses, the lady waited a couple of seconds and then simply brought her hand to her face, rested her chin on it, and simply moved the hand down again. She mirrored the motion of the hand rather than mimic the exact action, which would have been very obvious. Next, you move on to matching your prospect's tone of voice and also their words. Now, the question is, why does this work? And for a long time, we didn't have any answers. All we knew was that psychologically, we are prone to look at someone who mirrors our behavior, our voice, words, and posture as someone who's familiar, and that draws us naturally towards them. But recent advanced anatomical studies have shown us the real underlying reason. Every time we detect, mostly subconsciously, someone mirroring us, our brain secretes oxytocin, the bonding hormone. We begin to feel a bond every time we detect mirroring, and soon we tag that feeling to that person, and that causes us to bond with them. Ryan, better brush up on his mirroring skills before the meeting begins. Remember, it needs to come off smoothly without being obvious. And it definitely helps if you're pleasant to be around and have a smile on your face most of the time. Okay, not that kind. Yes, that's more like it. And here's the sneaky little trick that puts mirroring on steroids. This simple technique was described by the ex FBI hostage negotiator Chris Voss, the author of the famous book on negotiating, Never Split the Difference. The technique is so simple and easy, it's almost impossible to fail. Chris says, to develop rapport fast, you simply mirror the other person by repeating the last three words used by the prospect. For example, if the prospect says, I'm looking for a 5-bedroom house by the beach, you simply repeat the last 3 to 5 words and say, house by the beach? That's it. Doing this does two things to the prospect. One, it demonstrates that you were listening to the prospect. And two, it makes them talk even more and give you more details. And as you know, both are critical in developing rapport and eventually trust. Coming up in the next video, a sneaky little trick to put trust building in beast mode. It only takes a few seconds. You need to smash the subscribe button and you'll get a notification as soon as it's up. Till then, keep practicing your mirrors. Oh, and in case you're wondering what happened to Ryan, here's a video of him after the meeting.
This is